Hi, my name's Helen and this is my channel, Helen Mary Jo. If you're new here, then welcome. If you're returning, thank you. And if you're a Hellsbill, hello. So as you can hear, I've still got this croaky voice. If you don't follow me, often or before or didn't see my last video, I've just come back from a week in Tenerife where we had a most lovely time and the weather was perfect. And I had a cold before I went and now I seem to have kind of got another, I don't know, and it's fighting back or something, I don't know, but I don't feel terribly well. And I certainly didn't feel well enough to do any kind of try on, but I thought I'd come on and have a chat and show you some other bits and bobs that I have got and other, well, just to chat really. I just thought I'd have a chat with you guys and hopefully you'll enjoy it. So as you can see, my cold sore is drying up nicely. They're such a pain, aren't they? But it stopped hurting. I think you forget how much they hurt until you get another one, and then you realise that they are incredibly painful. But it's dry now, really. So it's just a case of trying to keep that dry and healing. So I went out with the children and my daughter yesterday to Bournemouth, and we did a little bit of shopping in, well, Tesco's and TK Maxx. Now, again, if you haven't watched my previous videos, oh, there's the tumble dryer beeping. 1 second. Dolly is so strange. I've just given her a real treat. I don't know what it is, but it stinks. And she's just crying at me. I don't know. Could you hear her? It's not my stomach, it's the dog. So what was I saying? Yeah, so we had a lovely holiday. And I went out with the children and Katie yesterday, that's what I was saying, wasn't it? And I was in Tesco's. And I showed you a haul from Tesco's before I went away. And there was a denim dress in it. And I'd bought it in a 16. Oh, there she is on her favourite rug now. She's kind of adopted that rug. Can you see her? And it was a little bit snug, so I bought it in 18. And it wasn't really much different in size, I must say, but I did machine down the bottom part of the where the buttons went through to stop it gaping open below the waist, and that worked a treat. And I actually wore that on the journey to Tenerife, and it was very comfortable. So that won't make a lot of sense, but I don't think if you don't normally watch my channel, you'd be watching this one anyway. So, yeah, so we had a little trip out, and I did laugh because it's my grandson's birthday, one of my grandson's birthdays on, well, next week. He's got his party on Saturday, and my son messaged me and said, "Oh, Mum, I wondered if you would like to make some cake or sausage rolls for the party." And I thought, yeah, I'd love to. Honestly, the way they ask you things. So I've got cakes to make, and what I thought I would do is do tray bakes, because in my experience, young children just kind of eat the icing and the decoration and tend to leave a lot of the sponge. So, making a deep cake is a bit pointless. So I picked up these tray bake trays in Tesco, and they're perfect. I will line them with some baking parchment, and what I will try and do is show you how I cut a tray bake, because I learnt this tip from a friend of mine who makes umpteen cakes for every cake sale. She does loads for the church, and well, I'll sort of see if I can describe it to you now. So you cut across the middle, and then if you imagine you cut a rectangle and then you cut that diagonally. So basically that way, I mean. So you've got a rectangle and then you cut that way, so everyone only gets one edge. So you've got the rectangle and then you cut across there. So you cut down, rectangle, and then in from the corner. And I'll try and photograph it when I've done it or video it, whatever. And so I got those trays because then I can take them to the party and I don't have to worry about getting my tins back or anything like that. So that was my plan. And then I bought these 2 different lots of, I'm just going to do water icing on those because again, if it's butter icing, they literally just eat the butter icing. So I got these rainbow sprinkles and these little chocolate buttons. And my daughter-in-law is making a chocolate cake as like the main cake. So I might make 1 tray baking chocolate, 1 in sponge, plain sponge, and a bit of water icing and those. And then I went into TK Maxx, and as we all know, that is fatal. Sorry, I'm so, honestly, this is such a pain not feeling well because I've got so much to do. I saw these in TK Maxx, and my little grandson absolutely loves dinosaurs, as all little ones do, don't they? And I saw these and I thought they were great. Can you see the little stripy cake holders and the little dinosaur toppers with raw and various dinosaurs on there, and they were reduced to £4.50, so I couldn't resist those. And they, gosh, they're only reduced from £4.99. That's not exactly a big reduction, is it? But never mind, I thought they were cute. And I've got a great cupcake stand, so I'll put those on there and it'll make a little bit of a centerpiece for the table as well. So that was his birthday party, taken care of. Well, my sort of contribution to it anyway, so that I'll put those all together. And then while I was there as well, what have I done with it? I've already lost something. Hold on, I've got to find the other thing I was going to show you. 1 second. That's kind of sums me up today, really. I got these really very nice cake tins as well. Now, somebody who doesn't bake might think a very nice cake tin, but these are really sturdy. And this one was £7.99. This is a 7-inch. I've got an 8-inch, but the beauty of this one, it fits in my air fryer, my new twin fry air fryer. And this is such a sturdy one. And then I also got this one, which is another loose bottom tin. And this one was £7.99. And this is also a really sturdy tin. And this one is 6 inches, and that fits in the air fryer as well. In fact, I think they both might fit in at the same time, which would be even better. And I just thought that was great, really. And that's also good if you wanted to make, you know, something in a mould because of the bottom coming out. So I know little things and all that, but they're really good quality. And I am sure they will see me out. So that was the cake tins. Then what else did I get? Oh, another thing that I love is stationery. I'm a shocker for stationery, and I saw this and I couldn't resist it. Now, I've probably got enough new notebooks to last me for the rest of my life, but I just saw this and I can't remember what this was. It was reduced. It was reduced to oh, that can't be right. Okay, it was £6 with 120 off. That's good. So that was less than I think I thought it was going to be. And it's this important things pad with a very good sturdy magnet on the back. A really nice pen, but most of all, why I just fell for it, because I am daft like that, is the to-do list. And I thought this would be handy for myself and Rob, that I can jot down the things that I'm hoping will get achieved that day for him and for me, and keep it on the straight and narrow. It's got a really nice pen to it. Lovely. Yeah, it's actually a really nice pen in its own right, so really nice and weighty. Lovely. I love a bit of nice stationery and a nice pen. So that was irresistible to me. And then the other thing I bought, which is not for me, it's for a family member. I won't tell her who it is because I think she watches my videos. But I would have bought this for me, but I'm just not this organised, so it'd just be stuffed in the cupboard with everything else. But it's a greeting cards organiser, and this was reduced to £6.40. And I just thought it was lovely. We don't buy each other gifts anymore. We used to buy gifts, but then we found we were buying each other virtually the same thing, and it seemed a bit silly. But I just thought this was really nice. You know, you write your cards, you put all the birthdays on here, and then you write your cards and have them ready to go in the post. And I just thought that was really cute. And I think she's the sort of person that will actually do this. And that's great, isn't it? Because you can just keep that year on year and know exactly where you are. So if I was that organised, you know, you could keep your stamps. There's a little wallet in the back here. You could keep your stamps, etc. in there. And I've got a ton of greetings cards here. So, I could do it in theory, but I just know that I won't because I'm just not that organised. So that was those two bits, which were kind of, well, they're not ridiculous compared to what I'm going to show you in a minute. What else was I going to say? Oh, I got this. This is a little bit delicate, really, in more ways than one. But, I mean, we've never used toilet wipes in this house because what they're doing to our sewage system is absolutely criminal. But I don't know if you saw this. I think it might have been on Dragon's Den, but it's a little... it's called Wype, and it's to use with loo paper if you want to make sure that you are properly clean in the nether regions. And this is a little travel size one, and this is one to leave in the bathroom. And especially if you've got children, you know, they can be a bit hit and miss in that department. And I thought these were great, especially for travel. You know, that is just so handy. And you just squirt that onto the loo paper and use it, and effectively it makes the loo paper become a wipe. And, you know, I can't even believe that I'm saying I used to suffer with irritable bowel syndrome, because I could show you that now as well. That's another little thing I ordered. As I was saying, I can't believe that I am now saying that I used to suffer with IBS. I have had IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, for over 20 years, probably 30 years. And so many people suffer with that, I know. And it's an absolute curse. And then I started taking magnesium. Now I am absolutely not saying that this magnesium will cure you, but it cured me. And, you know, it took weeks before I even realised that my IBS had gone. I will put the link in the description box. I didn't actually buy it for the IBS. I bought it because somebody on here said that it was really good for helping you sleep. And I know most of us are deficient in our magnesium levels. And since I started taking that on a regular basis, I take it every night after dinner. And I haven't had IBS since May last year. Unbelievable. Literally unbelievable. And now I can, you know, usually if I'm on holiday and I have ice cream, it was a trigger. A fried egg could be a trigger. Tuna mayonnaise could be a trigger. Salad could be a trigger. I never ever got to the root of what my triggers were. It seemed to vary. I could have a fried egg one day without a problem, and then have one another day and have to be rushing to the loo. And I'm loath to say I'm cured because it feels like I'm tempting fate, but I can only tell you I haven't had an episode for February, March, April. So I haven't had an incident, an episode for 10 months now, more or less. So it's just fabulous. So, you know, what can I say? I can only speak for me. That's all I'm doing, I'm certainly not recommending to anyone else, but it's certainly worth a try. I mean, I think it's about £9 or £10 for the pot of tablets, and I wouldn't be without them now. That's for sure. So that's one thing. What else? Oh yeah, when I did my Matalan haul, I forgot to show you this. Now, I haven't actually tried this on, but I have actually booked tickets to that country and western festival that I was threatening to go to, and I couldn't resist this. T-shirt called Western Lifestyle, and it's just a bit of fun. Now, this was £12.50 in Matalan, and I just thought it was great with a pair of jeans. You know, I'd wear this whether or not I go to a festival. I just think it's fun. I love it. So I'm sure I'll keep that. And I mean, I bought it in an 18, so it's bound to be big enough. So yeah, that was that. And then the thing that's just been delivered, I will show you. We've got a new sofa, a new armchair, and we've got some bedside. New cabinets coming for either end of the sofa. All of it was bought in the next sale. I think you've all seen now the Designers Guild rug that we've got in the hall. And so the whole kind of downstairs had a bit of a spruce up. And I'm sure, like everybody else, I've never got enough sockets. And so we've got you know, one of those trailing leads of sockets there. And it looks so messy. And I thought, what could I do to tidy that up? And so I got this tidy, cable tidy unit from Amazon. And I'll link this as well. And basically that fits a whole extension cord in there. It's got holes in it so that it doesn't get hot. And the units that we're getting are black. And I just thought, well, they're dark grey, I think. And the idea being that can sit on the top there or sit on the floor, and it's not obtrusive and it doesn't look messy. So it's got, yeah, you can have your leads coming in either side, because I've got the phone plugged in there, I've got a lamp plugged in there, I've got my laptop plugged in. And so, you know, I just don't have enough sockets, even though when we did this house, because, you know, that's the royal we, I designed it, Rob did it. We thought we'd put in loads of sockets, but there's just never enough, is there? So I thought that was quite a smart solution. I don't know if that's got a right and wrong way. There we are, sorry. So you can see the leads going there and come out of there, wherever, you know, you just make it work for you, whatever best suits you. And I think that was about £10, and I thought that was quite a nice, neat solution to a very messy problem. And as I say, even if that sits on top of the cabinet, it looks nicer than loads of trailing leads. So you can see there a picture of how it looks. And yeah, I've been looking at these for ages. I finally got round to ordering one. You know what it's like. And then we have my pièce de résistance. It's probably the most bonkers thing I've bought this year, but then again, it's only February. So we're in TK Maxx, and as I said to the girl on the till, things you never knew you needed. Are you ready? Can you guess what it is yet? She's looking at me, I'm sure. Yes, you're thinking she's lost the plot. I think I have lost the plot. Well, I just couldn't resist this, honestly, to go on the hall table for Easter. And my friend said, "You're going to fill that with mini eggs?" I said, "No, but I have got a lot of what I usually use in my kind of Easter decoration. I don't go mad decorating, but I've got some kind of fake eggs. So I thought, well, I'll put them in there, and then I'll just put some chocolate eggs in with it, because I'll be honest with you, and if I just put all chocolate in there, somehow they disappear, and then I'm just left with wrappers tucked in various places." This was $24.99, and I just thought it was so cute. I couldn't leave it behind for the tail. Rob's face was a picture when I brought this in. So the kids were with me, and they were like, "Oh, Nana, you've got to get it." I was like, no. And then I was like, $24.99. Be rude not to. But it's so cute, isn't it? Look at even that little flower on its hat there. What do you think? Yes, I like it very much. So yeah, totally mad, totally crazy. But you know what? If it makes me smile and it makes the children smile, then I'm happy. Now, is there anything else I wanted to tell you? Oh, Jet2. Did I say that I had emailed the CEO to praise the company? I can't remember if I told you this already. And they actually rang me up, which I thought was so good. You know, I've emailed many CEOs about things, not like mostly, well, probably 50-50 complaining and praising, because I like to do both. If you have good service, then I like to let that be known. The most I've ever had is an email response, but they actually called me up and just said, "We just wanted to call you up to say thank you very much. The people that you dealt with at Jet2 have all been told that you've complimented them, and we really appreciate you taking the time to do that." And I thought that was fantastic, absolutely fantastic, because you just don't get that. So praise where it is due. Now, what else have I got on? I've got various things heading this way, actually. I've got a new makeup haul coming, and a few people have asked me to do my eye makeup in particular. Now, I've just shoved a bit of brown on today because, as I've said, I'm not feeling all that great, really. But I will go into a bit more detail of how I do my eye makeup, generally speaking. And what else? Can't think. Got a funeral on Friday, which is so sad. It's the first dad. Do you know what I mean? It's like when you know you've got adult children, and it's the first dad of one of both my daughters, actually, friends. Like both of my girls are friends with two sisters. You know how they go. You know, they tend to sort of have 2 years apart. So Grace is friends with the younger sister, Katie's friends with the older sister, and their dad sadly passed away a few weeks ago, and he was an amazing man, and it's very, very sad. So we're going to that funeral on Friday, and I've got the children tomorrow. I hope I feel better, honestly, because I've just got no energy for them at the moment, but hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow, and I'm taking them out. And then, as I said, I've got the birthday party on Saturday, and just so much to do. It's unreal, but I have finally finished unpacking, and Mum has unpacked now. She did make me laugh. She said, "Oh, I've got to unpack." And I said, "Oh, that's good, Mum, you know, get round to it." And then she messaged me and she said, "Only one problem." And I, "What's that?" She said, "You've locked the case and I don't know the key," because it's one of those combination things, and she used one of our cases. So that did make me laugh out loud, actually. Oh, and one amazing book recommendation. It's called, what's it called? That's what I hate about the Kindle, you know, is that it doesn't remind you what you're reading. I think it's called The Four Winds, but I'll link that down below as well. And if you haven't read it, read it, because I couldn't put it down. I read it in a day and a half, and then Mum read it, and she couldn't put it down, and she read it in a day and a half as well. So I really only read when I'm on holiday, and then I'm still reading now when I go to bed because I've got a book on the go, but I very rarely start a new book once I'm home from holiday. But I really should try, because actually I think it's good for relaxing you when you go to bed, you know, rather than looking at a screen, which I do a lot, I'm afraid. Naughty me. Naughty. Oh, and then one other thing. Yeah, I can say this on the camera because, you know, I can't ever know who watches this, but for my grandson's birthday, you know, they don't need any more toys. You know, they've got so much, and they'll get all their party toys, I'm sure. So I said, oh, I'll take him to Marwell Zoo. Well, we'll all go, you know, for a day out. And so I had a look at the Marwell website to see if I could kind of buy a ticket, you know, an open ticket or something like that, to actually make a gift. And when I was there, I saw that you can adopt an animal, and there was about 6 animals you could choose from. And when you do that, you get an adoption certificate in the child's name, a cuddly toy of the animal that you've chosen. I chose a giraffe. You get a ticket for the zoo. You get your name put on the board outside the enclosure. And I think that was all, but you know, that makes a really nice gift. And that was £45, which I thought wasn't bad, because Marwell does a lot of research, animal research and stuff, not as in like with animal cruelty, but you know, they're a kind of what I call a good zoo. And so it's kind of a donation for the zoo, but it's also a ticket and the toy and the adoption certificate, and the giraffe enclosure at Marwell Zoo is really, really lovely. So I bought that. I'm just hoping it gets here in time for his birthday party on Saturday. And yeah, I thought that was a really nice solution, because it kind of ticks all the boxes, doesn't it? So we'll be doing that in the summer at some point as well. And yeah, so that's about it really. I just thought I'd come on and have a chat, and there's so many nasty bugs going around. I hope that none of you are suffering with it, and I'll see you really soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.